The electricity crisis is continuing, with the Eskom warning that load shedding will carry on until at least Thursday morning. Thinus Booysen, an associate professor at Stellenbosch University, believes that technology could force drastic interventions in households. He joins us now to discuss this via Skype tonight. Thinus, a very good evening to you. Thank you for being on Nightline. So how drastic should our power-saving methods be?
Hi, Tim McGilly. Let's talk about the opportunities you can get from water heating. The savings that you can get from water heating are quite drastic. We obviously need to save whatever the load schedule level is at the moment. And we believe that by doing smart scheduling of water heaters, you can actually achieve at least 2 stages of load shedding.
I was just looking at the piece that you wrote on this proposal, and you talk about wireless connectivity, data analysis, artificial intelligence, machine learning, intelligence, centralized control. What hope is there for what seems to be quite an elaborate proposal in the hands of an Eskom that's already failing to get the very basics right?
Yeah, that's a good question. So, Temekile, you'll be aware that our president is committing to the 4th industrial revolution, and he's mentioned it twice in the sauna as well. These things that I'm talking about are the very principles of the 4th industrial revolution. So by just doing what the president has been saying, we should be able to get there. And I do not envision Eskom to be doing this. The way that I'm pitching this is that the insurance companies provide smart hot water, and through doing so they can limit the damage because of mechanical failures, and then they can sell on energy and reduce demand as a service to Eskom. So they become a service provider to Eskom, and they help Eskom to manage the country's load.
Let's go a few steps back then, Thinus. I just want you to explain smart hot water for those of us who are hearing that wording for the first time.
Sure. So what I intend is a device that we've developed at Stellenbosch University, where the water supply into the what we term a geyser, the water supply is measured, and so is the electrical supply into the geyser, and also the electricity to the geyser is controlled, the water supply to the geyser is controlled, and temperatures are measured. Now, by doing that in real time, all of these devices report into a central server, all the geysers. By doing that in real time, a lot of data analytics can be gathered, and through analyzing those usage patterns, individualized heating schedules can be set up for each and every water heater. So by controlling them centrally, you can reduce the aggregate load of all the water heaters, ensuring that it's all leveled out and distributed throughout the day. And in doing so also, because you learn the patterns of each user, you can ensure that they have hot water when they need hot water.
And who would be in charge of this central system, Thinus?
So what I'm proposing, there are many options, but I think the most likely thing, and what I'm proposing, is that the insurance companies, they have so many water heaters under their control, and it's to their benefit to install these, that they'll be in charge, and they will then provide that as a value-add service to their customers, but then also provide that as a service to Eskom. So selling energy basically back to Eskom in a way.
Then the obvious question for the many South Africans listening to this conversation would be about costs. Money is tight. Who would have to pay for this additional service, essentially?
The insurance companies will make a lot of money from this. We've had a few discussions with insurers. I don't want to mention names, but because of the damage that is mitigated through the smart water meter, or at least smart hot water controller, each geyser that bursts has a consequential damage associated with it. Because of those savings, it makes sense for the insurance companies to pay for the service, pay for the device, which isn't very expensive at all, and then sell that on to their customers.
So there would be a cost for me, the homeowner, the tenant?
No. The idea is that the insurer will make up that cost with the benefits that they have from the system, and also the sales of energy to Eskom.
Oh, okay. So a final question then, Thinus. I want to talk to you about the implementation, because the energy crisis in the country is quite pressing. How quickly would this sort of thing be able to get off the ground?
It's very easy. There are a few ways to get into the market. The one is purely by retrofitting these devices. It's pretty simple to do that. Any electrician should be able to fit these devices. So they can be retrofitted. But the other mechanism is because geysers or water heaters burst all the time, every time one of them is replaced, it can be replaced with an already equipped water heater, at least already equipped smart controller. So rolling it out should not be a big issue. As you know, many geysers burst every day, and that gives you a perfect opportunity to replace with a smart device.
Thinus Booysen with the University of Stellenbosch, thank you so much for being on Nightline tonight.